Alright, let's talk about MCP in N8N, how it works and how to use it. First, we'll go to templates, okay? And we'll search for MCP here, alright? As you can see, there's already a dedicated section. I've chosen this build your own N8N workflows MCP server, okay? Just click here, use, then copy, go here and paste with Ctrl+V, okay? And it'll paste right there, got it? See? I've got it pasted now. That's it. Okay, let's go back. Great. N8N now supports MCP, letting you use external MCP tools and workflows and share N8N flows as MCP tools, okay? Here we have the MCP server they've included, as you can see. This works mainly through two key nodes, the MCP server trigger and MCP client tool, okay? There they are. The MCP client tool and the MCP server trigger. This is a trigger, okay? How do we know? Because it has a little lightning bolt. Oh, look, that one's also a trigger. And then there's the client tool, right? Let's see if I can add it. Ah, here it is. MCP client, see? This is the client that connects to the AI tool. Basically, server trigger triggers the server, and client tool is MCP's client tool. Got it? According to N8N docs, these special nodes help AI agents and external services communicate easier. Next, we'll explain each one and how to use them with examples. MCP server trigger acts as an MCP server within N8N. By adding this node to a workflow, we're opening the door for external AI agents, or MCP client, to use that workflow as a tool. In other words, it turns your MCP toolflows action nodes into something external agents like ChatGPT or desktop can use. So how do you set it up? Basically, we add the node, create a new workflow in N8N, and call it MCP server or something similar. When we add the node, N8N automatically generates a unique URL endpoint, which is this path. That URL is what MCP clients will use to connect. For example, it might look like, here it is, sorry, localhost MCP test and so on, okay? You can customize the path if you want, though it's not mandatory. You can also set authentication to none for testing or use bearer token. Use headers if you want only authorized agents to access. Then we'd connect the tools or nodes we want to expose. This is the crucial step. We need to connect to the MCP server trigger, the nodes representing actions or data you want to offer the AI agent. For instance, say you want to expose the ability to send a Slack message and create a Google Calendar event already set up in N8N. In your workflow, you could have a pre-configured Slack node to send messages to a specific channel, and a Google Calendar node to create event. Connect them to the MCP trigger, create a connected node, and basically link them to the MCP, the external agent. This way we can connect various custom functions and more, okay? Basically here they show us how to add workflows using their ID, right? The tutorial itself demonstrates this right here, got it? Alright, then we'd activate the workflow, okay, and obtain the SSE URL. When everything's set, activate the workflow. The MCP node's server trigger will show the production URL, the SSE endpoint. This is how MCP maintains continuous client-server communication. The URL shown is the address you'll give the AI agent to connect. N8N also shows a test URL when in listen for test event mode. Finally, we test the connection and everything else. Before using a real agent, you can test it yourself. An easy way is using curl from the terminal to make a post request, okay? After these steps, your N8N becomes a ready MCP server. What does this mean in practice? Any external AI agent like Claude or ChatGPT can now use the tools you expose. Alright, so in the explanation provided here in the template, there's more to it, right? For instance, we can execute from another workspace or have it run by a different workspace. We can also allow the agent to run any N8N workflow, right? It can work with any N8N workspace. They show us a bit of everything here, including all the variables we need to set up. Then, of course, we'd connect the AI agent here, and that's it. Now we know the basics of using an MCP for N8N.